Hello sports fans, welcome to Super Sports Central. Today we have my Week 10 MLB Power Rankings. So quickly going over last week's rankings and what those teams did over the past week. Last week at number 10 we had the Tampa Bay Rays. And over the past week the Rays started off strong sweeping the Cardinals and have now lost 2 in a row to the Twins before salvaging the final game of the 3-game set. So overall 3-3 for the Rays. 9 was the Twins. They're going to remain above the Rays after taking 2 of 3 against them, before losing, or bouncing back after they lost 2 of 3 against the Yankees. So again, 3-3, overall decent week. 8 was the Blue Jays. They went 4-2, one of the better teams this week. They took 2 out of 3 against the Royals and also took 2 out of 3 against the Tigers. 7 was the Cardinals. Not a very good week. Only 2-4. They were swept by the Rays before winning 2 of 3 against the Reds. 6 was the Brewers. They had a really bad week. They lost 8 in a row. They just won yesterday to snap it against the Nationals, but they're gonna drop out of my top 10. They'd been really bad. 5 was the Padres. Overall 4-3 this week. They took 2 of 3 against the Mets before splitting a 4-game series against the Rockies. So obviously the Mets taking 2 of 3 against a very good team, the Mets, that is going to probably move them up. 4 was the Dodgers. They went only 2-4, so not great. 2 wins against the White Sox in a 3-game series, and then a 3-game sweep against they were swept in a 3-game set against the Giants. 3 was the Astros, only 2-4 this week. Another team that had a down week. One of 3. They took 1 of 3 against the Marlins and Mariners. They're definitely going to fall down. 2 was the Mets, 3-3 this week. 1 win against the Padres, and 2 wins against the Angels, who have been really bad. And 1 was the Yankees. They only have 1 loss in their last 12 games, and they're definitely going to stay at number 1. So this week's rankings, this week's rankings were very difficult because a lot of teams, it seemed like they had down weeks or bad weeks. So coming in at number 10, we have the Twins. They do fall 1 spot. They had a good enough week to stay in the top 10. 9 is the Cardinals, another team that's falling. They have been better in the recent days after losing 3 straight against the Rays. The Rays come in at number 8, and they're above the Cardinals because they just swept the Cardinals. So they are jumping from 10 to 8, and as I mentioned, a big part of that is because of the sweep of the Cardinals. 7, we have the Blue Jays. They're moving up. They had a good solid 4-2 this week, one of the better teams. Jumping into my rankings at number 6, I think you could even put this team at number 5, maybe even number 4, but I'm going 6. And that is the Atlanta Braves. They're on an 11-game winning streak. They've cut the NL East deficit with the Mets in half. So Braves at number 6. Although I did see Ozzy Albies broke his foot right before I started recording this video. 5 is the Astros. They are falling to 5. They're still a very good team, just not a good week. Remaining at 4 is the Dodgers. I really think you could bump them down as well as the Astros. They're still a very good team, just not a good week. So they're staying right there at number 4. 3 is the Padres. They're jumping into the top 3 over the Dodgers after their strong week. 2 is the Mets. I don't think you can move the Padres above the Mets. I think it's really close. But I have the Mets at number 2. And number 1, as I said before, is the Yankees. They just demolished the Cubs yesterday, winning 18-4. As I mentioned, they've been really good. No reason to move them away from number 1. So the Yankees top my MLB Power Rankings again. Let me know in the comments if you agree, disagree, and why. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. I do my best to post as often as possible, and I will see you in the next video.